Brandon, City Council passed several measures today, including new rules that could affect air pollution on the south and west sides. WTTW News reporter Heather Sharon joins us now with highlights from today's meeting. Hey, Heather, so first on the agenda, City Council approves a measure to tighten regulations on recycling centers and industrial operations to reduce air pollution on the south and west sides, but it passes without the support of some of the environmentalists who were first pushing this. So here's what Alderman Michael Rodriguez said. He voted against the resolution.
In the last waning days of this ordinance, there were concessions, and those concessions were to industry. I think that when we study our history and we look particularly at the federal governments and at industrial regulation, we find that whenever we go after industry to be more accountable to community, more engaging, the sky falls.
So Heather, what's the verdict here for environmentalists?
Well, they don't consider this ordinance a win, and they are very frustrated that Mayor Lightfoot and the aldermen who supported it are characterizing it as something that will improve air quality on the south and west side, which is much worse than in other parts of the city, particularly downtown and on the north side. Particularly, they're upset that these new regulations don't apply to warehouses like the ones that Target and other e-commerce giants are building in Chicago to cover that last mile to people's homes. They wanted much stricter regulations so that neighborhoods aren't choked with traffic and diesel fumes.
And there was supposed to be a warehouse going in the space of where the plant in Little Village came down, as I understand. All right, another measure passed today requiring developers who want to demolish existing buildings in Pilsen and near the 606 Bloomingdale Tray to pay a fee up to $15,000. Remind us how that works.
Well, what's happened along the 606 trail is that the real estate market has just exploded. So you've got 2 or 3 flat buildings are being torn down to make way for multi-million-dollar mansions. And that is pushing longtime residents, primarily Latino residents, out of the area and forcing them to find somewhere new to live. So for a year, demolition has been banned along the 606 trail. This ordinance replaces that ban in the hopes that it will tamp down that real estate market and allow more people to stay in their homes. The demolition ban is also in effect now in Pilsen, which is another red hot neighborhood where there has been a lot of gentrification and a lot of displacement of longtime residents who are also Latino. And we heard from Alderman Byron Sigcho Lopez, who represent Pilsen, who said that this was really designed to protect the social fabric of Pilsen. And of course, whether it works is very much an open question, but it will serve as a sort of pilot program for other neighborhoods also facing gentrification and displacement pressures.
Always a hot topic. All right, finally, Heather, Alderman held an impromptu debate today about reparations. How did that come up and how was it resolved?
Well, the city council was expected to pass, and they did, a non-binding resolution calling on Mayor Lightfoot to take about $50 million from the latest COVID-19 relief package coming from the federal government to send cash payments to residents of Chicagoans who are really struggling to stay afloat amid the economic collapse of the pandemic. However, Alderman Jason Irvin, who's the chairman of the city council's Black Caucus, objected, saying that reparations should be at the top of the city's priority list if they're talking about sending cash to Chicagoans who need help. And he was joined by several other members of the Black Caucus in voting against this resolution, which has no force of law. And this really sets up, I think, a real push toward reparations. Perhaps some of the elected officials have been looking northward and seeing all of the headlines that Evanston has gotten from becoming the first in the nation to do it, and they are jumping on this topic as well.
It seems like Evanston might lead to further action in Chicago and other cities. All right, Heather, thank you so much.
Thanks, Paris.